Hey, what's up? This is Kevin from Kevin's Barbecue Joints. In this episode of 10 Minutes With, I get a chance to talk to Tom Micklethwait from Micklethwait Craft Meats in Austin. But like I do for these 10 Minutes With, we're talking about something new. And he has a new location in Smithville, which is roughly 45 minutes outside of Austin, a very small town. He has a new location, a brick and mortar location, which is called Micklethwait Market and Grocery. And it just sounds just incredible. I've heard amazing things from people. I haven't been there yet, but I've heard amazing things. It's a gorgeous location from what I've seen. They have indoor seating, outdoor seating. There's a window to the pit. It's really cool. And they have a cinder block pit that they're doing a lot of cool stuff on. He's doing all the regular smoked meats that he does at the trailer in Austin, but he's also doing creek cured meats and pastrami and sandwiches. And the sandwiches sound incredible. And he talks about each specific sandwich in detail. There's a prime rib sandwich especially that you should listen for that people have sent me photos of. That looks just spectacular. They're doing baked goods. They're doing a bunch of different sides. His sides in Austin are already awesome, and he's doing additional sides at this location. They're open Thursday through Sunday, but he talks about, which I hadn't known, he's going to be doing dinner service pretty soon. So he talks a little bit about that and when that's going to be starting. I can't thank Tom enough for taking the time. And per usual, this episode is sponsored by The Smoke Sheet. The Smoke Sheet is a barbecue newsletter. It is the definitive barbecue newsletter. It's available at bbqnewsletter.com. It arrives every Wednesday, and it is chock full of information. And I've had a lot of people recently write me talking about the podcast, but then saying, oh, I also signed up for the Smoke Sheet, and I love it, and really informative, and I use the recipe, so that makes me happy. That's really cool. The Smoke Sheet was created by Sean Ludwig, who is NYC BBQ, and Ryan Cooper, who is at BBQ Tourist. And the two of them have a wealth of knowledge, and they travel around. They were just at the Windy City Smokeout. And if you follow their feeds, you can see great examples of what that event's like. So the barbecue newsletter has tons of news and information about the barbecue world all across the United States. It also has information on barbecue events like the Windy City Smokeout. So that way you can sign up for these events in advance and rub shoulders with barbecue fans as well as some of the best people in barbecue in general. There's also information on barbecue podcasts and YouTube stuff and Vimeo stuff. And like I mentioned, a barbecue recipe of the week. That's a really good barbecue recipe. You're really going to like it. It's worth signing up. It's available at bbqnewsletter.com. That's bbqnewsletter.com. The Smoke Sheet is barbecue news worth consuming. And if you're enjoying these, please subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any of the podcasts or the YouTube stuff. If you're just listening to this podcast, check out the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Kevin's BBQ Joints. Have the video versions of all of these as well as a ton of other information, barbecue joint tours and sausage making tours and butcher shop stuff. I have a website at kevinsbbqjoints.com. Again, with links to everything I do and a ton more additional content, as well as a list of Los Angeles barbecue joint pop-ups weekly. So that way you can get a chance to try some of the new cool barbecue that's on the scene here, which is growing weekly. But again, thanks so much for listening. Please shoot me an email or direct message. Let me know what you're thinking or anybody I missed out on. Enjoy this. Good morning. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I wanted to reach out again and do a 10 minutes with because of the opening of your new spot, and a lot of people have written me and said how much they love it, and I haven't had a chance to visit. How did the inspiration come about and the location? And I think also I want to talk about, didn't you build a hog pit, a whole hog pit?
Yeah. It's
for a lot of
can't do a whole hog, but not necessarily only for a whole hog, which we did. I think at our soft opening party, we did a whole hog for that. So kind of broke it in.
But what are you using it for most of the time?
We'll use it for chicken ribs, sausage. If we do loin cuts, doing them on there.
Is that a way that you've cooked before? You must have done a little bit, but is that something that's familiar, really familiar?
Yeah, I used to have one in my house a long time ago that I built. So.
Really, that's cool. So why the second location? And it's definitely different. What differentiates it? What do you offer there?
Well, it's like standard barbecue. We have a sandwich menu, and we have a deli up front with some baked goods and house cured meats and such. And we have a small retail store there.
How far away is this from Austin?
It's about a 40-minute drive from the trailer.
Is it closer to your home?
Yeah, I live here in town, like here in Smithville. So it is about 3 minutes from my house.
That's awesome. What is Smithville like? Is it a pretty small town?
Yeah, it's about 4,000 people. It's kind of like a real life Mayberry of sorts.
Is it really? That's cool.
A little bit, yeah. It's Main Street, whatnot, old downtown. It was the largest, most prosperous city in Bastrop County until like the 1960s when they had a like the commuter train station here. The hop was shut down, so kind of dried up downtown. But it's revitalizing, you would say.
Did you always want to open a second location?
Yeah, it's always been like, something that was in the future was doing a brick and mortar. Coming out here I've been looking into a small town outside of Austin and looked at a few places, and there's some folks out here that were doing businesses in the old downtown area.
And then it's open Thursday through Sunday?
Yeah, we're just doing Thursday through Sunday right now. We've been doing lunch only. We're about to add dinner.
Okay. So now is there seating inside? I couldn't tell from the photos I've seen.
Yeah, we seat about 80 people indoors, and then another 20 to 30 outside, maybe more. Probably like 40 outside.
That's awesome. So I know that a lot of the photos, and a lot of people have sent me photos of sandwiches. So it's got, so like you said, there's the full smoked meats menu that you have in Austin.
Right. So we're doing that full menu. We've added a few different sides. We've got about 5 different sandwiches we're doing.
Can you run through those sandwiches really quick?
Yeah, we do a prime rib sandwich. It's on house-made focaccia. We're doing a lot of baking now. So we're smoking prime rib, shaving it. It's with a horseradish sauce and cheddar, lettuce, onions. We do a club sandwich. It's our smoked turkey and homemade bacon. We got a Reuben. It's homemade pastrami and sauerkraut. You can see my cat's joining us this morning.
Nice. I always love a guest. I always do. That's awesome. Especially when it's a 4-legged guest.
Right. I just got a new dog last night that I brought home, and I was up all night. My other dog's high energy and was really like.
Did you find a name? I think I saw you post something about a name for your dog. It's a girl, right?
I name her Barney.
Barney?
That's cool. My other dog is Clyde. That Barney and Clyde would be good. Good combo.
That's a great combo. So, that's awesome.
Got the Reuben. We're doing it's a homemade rye bread with homemade pastrami. Cara, which is chopped beef, sliced beef, sausage, and queso. We're doing cheeseburger. Every day it's a ground brisket with the homemade bacon, American cheese, homemade pickles on brioche bun.
Oh, and you are baking. You have a little section that you're baking, and then house curing. Are you curing are you creating salamis and things like that?
We will be soon. We're working on recipes for all that. So.
Charcuterie program.
Right. Right now we just have the pastrami. We do a homemade ham that's really good, and we got bacon and.
Wait, you said pickles?
Yeah, we do a lot of pickles. I mean, besides cucumbers, garden veggies, we do fermented sauerkraut and doing pickled eggs, pickled sausage.
Are pickles a big thing with you? Like, have you been making pickles since you were a kid?
Not since I was a kid, no, but I do like making pickles.
Yeah, no, I love making pickles. I love pickles in general. So because your name has pickle in it, your Instagram name.
Yeah, yes, love pickling.
I try to get my head around. So when people come, is it standard line, like a standard meat market style, and then is there a to-go section too? Because it seems very like a lot larger than I imagined when you were first building.
There's not a to-go section per se, but it is kind of walk in, order from the cutter, get on the line. If we're doing sandwiches, whatever, that comes out of the kitchen, so we just write a separate ticket for that.
And then is that something as the holidays, because summer will be gone here and gone, the holiday season, this will be a fun time for you?
Yeah, during the holidays we'll be doing like smoked turkeys for Thanksgiving, of course, and hams for Christmas. We do that every year.
Yeah. And then that's the sides are all the same. You said the same sides as the trailer, but then some additional sides? Yeah,
we've added, I think 4 different sides. We got greens added, scallop potato dish, cucumber salad. Can't think off the top of my head, but we have 9 different sides now.
So is it more stressful or more exciting, or do you find yourself more at this location than the trailer right now?
Yeah, I'm out here more. I go to Austin a couple days a week and work at the trailer. Then I'm out here like 4 or 5 days a week.
Has the reception been great?
Yeah, it's been really good. We get a lot of folks from, coming from Houston and Austin, passing through, and locals.
And it's a destination too because of what you have. And that prime rib sandwich sounds amazing.
Yeah, good.
But that's why I was saying 3 people have sent me that prime rib sandwich, so that's why I needed to bring it up.
Right.
And then dessert-wise, do you do different desserts?
We have the same desserts here. We're just doing cobbler. Like we have a peach cobbler every day, banana pudding, and buttermilk pie and pecan pie.
But as the baking program changes, do you think and ramps up more? Do you think you'll be selling bread? Is that something you might be doing?
Yeah, we do bread daily, and we have kolaches and cookies in the front.
Oh yeah, kolaches. That's fun. It's a very unique and it's almost like something I wish. I live in Los Angeles, so it's something that I wish we had at least one of. But it seems like something that every small town should have, or smaller.
Right.
It's,
No, small is okay. It's a pretty small town.
yeah, but like 4,000 people, that's, I guess, my high school is 4,000 people.
Right.
That's pretty crazy. Well, cool. Well, thank you for taking the time. I have 3 really quick questions that are off barbecue that I want to ask really quickly. Just what are you listening to music wise? Like what do you listen to something with? Because I'd love to find out what people.
Well, I just got a car with a tape player, so I've been listening to tapes.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah, most recently I've been listening to the Fugazi Waiting Room tape. I got that at a record store here. So
oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so I've been listening to that one a lot.
So are people making tapes again, or these are old tapes that are still?
These are old tapes, but it is kind of, I don't know if it still is happening. It was a thing a few years ago with bands making tapes. It was kind of, I don't know, like ironic, I guess.
Super.
Kind of pissed at.
It gets all like watch mixtapes. I bet mixtapes will come back again too.
Sure.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's awesome. And then also, is there a restaurant in Smithville or in the surrounding area that's not barbecue that you love or that you're going to a lot?
I love the donut shop here.
Really?
There's a really good donut shop. Yeah, it's my favorite place in town.
What's it called? Just the donut shop?
Super Donuts.
Super Donuts. Okay, so then you can go to Micklethwait and then get some donuts after or before?
Oh, yeah, that's just my personal favorite. That's a morning thing.
No, but that's also something people.
Right.
Super Donuts, if it's really good, I would have stopped by for sure.
Super Donuts. They really are.
And then lastly, what could you see yourself doing if you weren't doing barbecue? Like, or what would you want to be doing? Did you ever want to be an architect or an astronaut?
If I wasn't doing this, I don't know, man. I think I would like to do something outdoors, landscaping or something like that, something in that vein.
That's not indoors all the time.
Right.
Awesome. Well, Tom, thank you so much for taking the time and for sharing more about your new location. And what's the full name of it?
It's Micklethwait Market and Grocery.
And it's in Smithville, and it's open Thursday through Sunday. Is it 10:30? Did we say that?
Yeah, we open at 10:30 and usually close around 3:30. So since we started doing dinner, we'll be open until 8 o'clock on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays.
When do you think that'll start? Sometime in the summer?
We're hoping the next couple weeks.
Next couple of weeks. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to drop this in about a week, so that way it'll be ahead of that. So I'll get you a copy of this, and this will be on the podcast and the YouTube channel. Well, thank you again. Have a great time with your new dog, with Barney.
Yep.
And I'll talk to you very soon. Have a great week.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Right,
You too.
Thanks.